छोड़ो 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 मेरे को, छोड़ो। मैं अपनी है ना मम्मी से बोल दूंगी नहीं तो। छोड़ो 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 मेरे को। तूने मुझे मारा था। नहीं मैं छोटी मत काटो नहीं मैं छोटी मत काटो छोटी हूँ। तूने मुझे मारा था ना। नहीं मैं छोटी मत काटो। चल जा। छोड़ो छोड़ दिया। हमारी स्कूल में वो रेशमा है ना, उसको भी हमने आज ऐसे ही उठवा दिया था। बड़ी फुदक रही थी साली।
मैं हूँ पूर्ण पुरुष, मैं आदि हूँ, मैं अंत हूँ, मैं संपूर्ण हूँ। मेरे आगे कोई भी मायने नहीं रखता। ना तुम और ना ही तुम, क्योंकि मैं हूँ पूर्ण पुरुष, सुपरमैन।
पुरुषों के बारे में नाटक?
हाँ, जैसे आप नहीं करते महिलाओं के हिंसा, हक, अधिकार, अत्याचार के ऊपर नाटक, वैसे ही हम पुरुषों के बारे में नाटक करते हैं।
दुनिया में सब कुछ तो पुरुषों के बारे में, और क्या क्या दिखाएंगे ये लोग? चल देखते हैं।
अरे एक मिनट रुकिए। अरे ये थोड़ा अलग है।
क्या अलग है?
The narrative has to be changed, and for narrative to be changed, you can't expect women's groups and women to come. The narrative has to be changed by men. There has to be what is called as intergenerational dialogue among men.
I remember when my sister was married, I told the husband that if any day that my sister should faces any abuse, I'll make sure that I bury you 6 feet under. This woman in this movie that we saw, she was alone. She was doing it all by herself, teaching her son, which is a good job. But I'm saying women don't have to be alone in this fight. Men too have to join them. That's my point.
So, in my childhood, I used to do household chores with my parental aunts, and I was teased as a sissy or a girlish, and I remember that I never took those taunts personally, but rather I used to think when I'm called like a girl, that means the girl status or woman status is undervalued, and why is it so? I kept on thinking that way at a very early age.
I don't believe they are weak compared to the male. This is the historical phenomena that we made them weak. And it's all about the construction. You constructed over, you बनाए हो.
या पुरुष सत्ताक पद्धतीमुळे स्त्री हे एक दुय्यम आहे आणि म्हणून तिला अशा प्रकारचा छळ तिचा होत असतो. स्त्री एक उपभोगाची वस्तू म्हणून तिच्याकडे पाहिले जातात. तर त्याच्याबद्दलची एक जागृती निर्माण करणं, स्त्रियांना एक सन्मान मिळाला पाहिजे.
When men talk with other men with that openness, look, I am also fighting with the man within myself. I am also not completely out of the patriarchal, setup.
I spent a long time struggling for my father's approval. I questioned his choices. I hated his judgment, even as I judged him back. I rebelled, ignoring the extent to which our lives were intertwined. Could I love my father, and could he love me despite our differences? I just needed to be understood.
The last part of the movie, when he goes to his father and his father was in that extreme condition that he knows that he will be, like at that moment, end of the moment, he will be losing his father. He is expressing and asking that you are satisfied with me. It's a very big deal actually, I feel personally.
Tough relationship with fathers. No? I don't think only gay people go through this, or even heterosexual men also go through this. कुछ है father का, कुछ है यार, कुछ basic problem है वहाँ पे father और son का. खुद का anecdote यहाँ बताना चाहूँगा. बचपन में I was a huge fan of श्रीदेवी और मैं श्रीदेवी के जैसे बनना चाहता था. तो there was a film called Nagina. Now if you want to be like श्रीदेवी, you would The danger is you would also want to be, at some time, you would also want to be like a Nagin. So there was a time where I used to actually imagine that I am a Nagin and I used to dance like a Nagin, and imagine what torture my father must have gone through in that time, and what a tough relationship we must have had at that time.
আমার নিজেরও তো কনফিউশন ছিল না, আমি আমি ক্লাস 8-9 এর পর থেকে আমার মনে হতে থাকলো আমি আসলে কি।
আমি একটা উদাবদ্ধি বাড়ি হয়েছি, ও জানে না হুগলিতে মুসলমানদের কি শরীফ, ফুলফুলা শরীফ, যে আর কি ওই করে মুসলমান কি বলে ওদের, তার কাছে বললাম, ব্যাপারটাই বুঝলো না।
Coming out is basically where the problem starts. I always thought that when I will come out and be very open, my problems will end. But in reality, that is when it all started. Like the entire night ends with my father saying the ultimate line that has maybe the one that broke me, is that if Ritesh Singh doesn't remove the gay aspect out of his life, we are going to give him shock therapy. And my chachu removes his phone and he's like, I have a list of name of doctors who are ready to do it. They are just a phone call away. Since that day onwards, I never trusted my dad.
এই ছবিটা তৈরি হওয়ার পরে বাবা মা দেখবে কি দেখবে না আমি জানি না, মানে এটা সম্পূর্ণ আমার নিজের জন্য এটার কথা। যতই বাবা মা ব্যাপারটা মেনে নিক, কোথাও গিয়ে তাদের একটা খারাপ লাগা আছে, একটা কষ্ট আছে। সেইটা আমার মনে হয় যে আমার খুব মনে হচ্ছে যে তাদের কাছে ক্ষমা চেয়ে নেওয়াটা উচিত আমার।
জীবনে বেঁচে থাক, আমার কপাল খারাপ, কপাল খারাপ, এটাই বলে দেবো, এর করার নেই।
Maybe the girl was starting at 7 and 8. The girl was behaving like a boy. এজনী ছোৱালী ল'ৰা নিচিনা ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি আছিলে, ক্লাছত আহিছে। She came to the classroom and the class teacher said, "Oi, তই ল'ৰা নিচিনা কিয় থাক? Why are you behaving like a boy?" The teacher was so much infuriated that he said, "You just strip. I want to see your sex. The please strip your panty." Then the girl was forced to strip. Does you feel it? How insensitive of that teacher. And after 3 days, she did not continue her class. And after 4th day, she committed suicide.
मैं भी एक सिर्फ छोटी सी पोएम में एंड करूंगी।
Of course.
तू कौन है तुझे वो नहीं बताएगा, तू कौन है तुझे वो नहीं बताएगा, तू खुद को खुद जान ले, तुझे जमाना नहीं बताएगा, तुझे जमाना नहीं बताएगा।
ये पिक्चर में मेरे को देखने ये मिला कि एक्सेप्टेंस, मतलब लोगों को एक्सेप्ट करने से पहले खुद को एक्सेप्ट कर लो। तुम लोग दुनिया को बाद में दिखाना कि तुम क्या हो, जब तुम्हें खुद पे कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा ना, दुनिया जग मार के तुम पे कॉन्फिडेंस दिखाएगी।
He is the most problematic kid in my class. You can ask any other teacher who has been with him, been in our class. He is the most problematic one, and he is the one who always likes to pose like the manly pose, right? That we describe as manly, strong, aggressive. That kid walked up to me and said, "Ma'am, there is this particular teacher in our school who has a little bit of a girlish behavior as described by, the common folks. Like there are people in our community who look at him, who just, make fun of him for the way he is. I don't like what they are doing. What do I do? I don't stand up for him. If you want, you can just go. If you can't stand up, if you think it's dangerous, at least walk up to the sir and say, 'Sir, please don't worry. I don't feel like bullying you like that. I don't see anything wrong with you like that.'" So, if a 15-year-old boy can start that conversation, I'm sure that change is coming up and we also can start that conversation.
हमेशा बात करो, ओपनली बात करते रहो, घर में टॉपिक्स निकालो ना, ताकि जो कोई भी डर रहा है बात करने को, उसको लगेगा कि अरे ये भाई तो अच्छा बात कर रहा है, शायद मैं इसको बता सकूंगा मेरा जो प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है यहाँ पे, हाँ। तो जस्ट क्रिएट दैट एनवायरनमेंट एट योर होम, ऑल्सो विद योर फ्रेंड्स। कॉलेज में भी ऐसा होता है कि आपके फ्रेंड सर्कल में कोई गे होगा, लेकिन आपके पीयर प्रेशर की वजह से डर रहा होगा बताने को, मतलब वो आपको बहुत चाहता है एज फ्रेंड्स, लेकिन आप चिढ़ाते हो, आप जोक्स करते हो, इसलिए वो डर रहा है आपको बताने। So do you want to lose a good friend in your life just because he is gay? Right? मतलब वो गे है तो है, वो थोड़ी ना आपसे शादी करने वाला है, वो तो अपना अपना ढूंढने वाला है पार्टनर. आपको तो पता है ना आप हेटेरोसेक्सुअल हो. 100% श्योर हो तो आपको डर किस बात का है?
तो पहले भी देखा है इश्क में अंधा बावला होते पहले भी देखा है इश्क में अंधा बावला होते हुए चूतिया पहली बार देखा
इस गाली का मतलब तो यूनी वजाना से रिलेटेड है ना. अरे हाथ पैर मुंह बोल सकते पर वजाना नहीं बोल सकते.
आई डोंट लाइक.
अच्छा क्योंकि हाथ पैर से इज्जत थोड़ी थोड़ी होती है.
If the experience of the first period was negative and stressful, it is likely that every subsequent period throws the body into a subconscious stress response. This is one of the reasons why in Indian cultures all efforts are made to ensure that the first period is a happy one.
But the concept of impurity associated with the stigma of puberty, that the girl become impure, and because of that she has to go through this purity process, this puration process, is just a heinous one for me. This particular stage plays a very vital role in a women's life, because from that particular day we understand that we are not equal to men. Very simple thing. Very simple thing. We are something different from men.
So I had a month-long ritual, and 7 days were very restrictive, and others were a little bit lenient. And my mother used to, and others family members also used to tell me that this is the threshold. You should not cross the threshold of your veranda and go out of your home. So I said, okay, fine. I had a Rakhi brother as a neighbor, and I told him that I really want to play cricket. His ball from there, bat from there.
On the one side, the girl is experiencing different biological changes in her body, and at the same time that change is already traumatic, because in our society talking about all these issues are still very hush, right? Only few quote and unquote progressive or liberal families will talk about all these issues, but talking about periods and everything is very hush topic, he got our so kind of a thing. My mom said that you don't look at the dogma, that particular stigma, that they don't look at your father's face. And what I feel like that, I was about to die, because my father was like I have to see him every morning, every night, every time when he is with me. And the 7 days was like the most unfortunate day of my life, that I could not see my father.
सबसे अच्छा क्या लगता है?
पढ़ाई.
स्कूल कैसे जाती हो?
कपड़ा पहन के.
अब बड़े होके क्या बनोगी?
क्या
हाँ? कितना क्लास तक पढ़ोगी?
मैट्रिक की परीक्षा दे दें.
मैट्रिक तक पढ़ोगी?
As soon as the girls attain puberty, their parents get worried, and that they want their daughters to drop out from school. Why? One, because they are scared that what if they are raped, or they are, they get involved into something like that, where they fall into trouble because now she's attained puberty. And secondly, she does not have access to a basic necessity like a toilet facility in the school. So what is the point anyway of completing school?
Everyone says beti bachao beti padhao, right from our prime minister, right? But to ensure that the girl completes her education, what is the reality? Out of 100 girls who have completed primary educations, only 40 girls go the upper ladder. They complete till 10. What happens to the other girls?
എന്താ മാഷേ? ഓൾ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നിട്ടല്ലോ മാഷേ. ഇവിടുത്തെ അമ്മ ഇവരെ പഠിച്ചതാണ്.
ഓളെ അമ്മേനോട് ചോദിക്കുക അതിലൊരു പെണ്ണുള്ളത് വീടിനൊരു ഐശ്വര്യം.
ജീവിക്കാൻ പറ്റൂല മോളെ.
ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ കുടുംബത്തെ പറ്റിയാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ഫാമിലി ഈസ് എ യൂണിവേഴ്സൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പ്. ഫാമിലി ബേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ മാരേജ്.
That both men and women are participant to that social norm. It does not absolve women. I find this is excellent because it doesn't show that men are villainous and women are victorious. Because it's not like that. It's not that men here in this film are bad, evil guys. No. They are accustomed to privilege.
बड़े होने पे ये डर हमारे साथ भी रहा पड़ोसियों को कि अब तो शादी हो जाए. कई बार खाना बनाना क्या इसलिए मैंने नहीं सीखा. खाना बनाएंगे तो शादी कर दी जाएगी, क्योंकि खाने नहीं बनाना आएगा तो कोई शादी के लिए कहेगा शादी कौन करेगा.
And since we've been talking about gender empowerment, and as the ma'am from Ali said, the topic about pockets, this is a really important point I'd like to put forward. It has been 2 weeks since school started after summer breaks, and me and my group of friends, we haven't worn the skirt once because in the new update of the uniforms, the pockets have been cut out from the skirts. Why have they leaned on this old super stereotype?
तो अगर आप देखोगे एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स, देखोगे टीवी पे, देखोगे न्यूज़पेपर पे, देखोगे जहाँ भी एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स देखो, आपको दिखेगा कि फैमिली का सीन होता ही होता है ना. आइदर मियाँ बीवी का होता है, माँ बाप होते हैं या फिर कुछ नहीं. लेकिन हेटेरोनॉर्मेटिविटी होती है उसमें. हेटेरोनॉर्मेटिविटी क्या है कि आदमी औरत से ही प्यार करेगा, आदमी औरत से ही शादी करेगा, आदमी के बच्चे होंगे और एक कुटुंब तैयार होगा. तो ये जो नॉर्म बना हुआ है ना, वो हमको कंडीशन करता रहता है हमेशा.
People were saying, why are you thinking that the US legalizing marriage is a good thing? Because the challenge to marriage was that marriage is symbolic. It's given to us by God. If it is symbolic, why are you saying that gay men or lesbians getting married is a bad thing? Everybody wants to get married, so your symbol becomes more strong, right? Why do we destroy the symbol by getting married? So there are people who say, I want to get married and I will fight for the rights, and we are happy to help them do that. There are others who say that that's not our priority.
कल मेरा बर्थडे है, पूरी ड्रिंक हम मस्ती करेंगे, तू और मैं.
यो त यस्तो त हाम्रो फर्स्ट केस हो भनेर चाहिँ त्यस्तो वेमा चाहिँ पन्छाउन खोजिरहेको थियो कि. तर अब फर्स्ट केस हो भन्नुको अर्थ नै इट सोज कि ओपनली ट्रान्सजेन्डर पिपलहरूको एजुकेसनको लेभल चाहिँ कस्तो छ भन्ने कुरा पनि एउटा वेमा रिफ्लेक्ट गरिरहेको छ. सो इफ दिस इज द फर्स्ट केस, देन आई वान्ट टु बी द लास्ट केस अफ दिस स्ट्रगल.
SamaBhav it just proved to be such an enriching experience because one, it was such a safe space where we could expose our vulnerabilities, but also taking into consideration how this was a space for learning, especially for the crowd, for the students at UPAS who came from all walks of life and from everywhere in the country.
I was just coming out of Kolkata People's Film Festival. Then I got the news of this, and the first question was, it's men against violence. The idea of the perpetrator actually coming out and appropriating things for you all. And I found that topic very interesting, and I came up today and I see all the films that are being shown. Those were phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
We're willing to learn new things. And it is very important in our Nepali society that people learn that men, women, there are different genders, and there are different way of representing people and different way of they identifying them.
Attending this festival is actually, I think, mandatory for everybody because it gives people coming from different backgrounds a new perspective into the LGBTQ community. The conversations we have about transgender people are very limited, and this opens up the flow for innumerable more conversations that can happen.
I saw a piece of me in the protagonist, like how the emotions are being suppressed, and then there comes a time when you release it all. You cannot, hold it tight. So I think the entirety of 100 minutes, that was a journey for me.
আমি হারিশ সাগারিকে ধন্যবাদ জানাই যে সে যখন এই ট্রাভেলিং ফিল্ম ফেস্টিভ্যালটা করেছে ভারতে, তখন আমাদের বন্ধু কামলা হাসিন আমাকে ফোন করে বললো যে খুশি, আমি চাই যে এটা তোমরা বাংলাদেশেও একটু করো। তো গত বছর আমরা কামলাকে হারিয়েছি সেপ্টেম্বর মাসে। তো কামলার ইচ্ছা পূরণের একটি অংশ হিসাবে আমরা চাচ্ছি যে কামলা চেয়েছিল যেটা বাংলাদেশে আসুক, তো কামলার উদ্দেশ্যে আমরা এটা আজকে এই দুদিনের ফিল্ম ফেস্টিভ্যালটা আমরা কামলাকে উৎসর্গ করতে চাচ্ছি।
आजादी
मेरे भाई लेंगे
आजादी,
मजदूर का नारा
आजादी,
किसान का नारा
आजादी,
आदिवासी का नारा
आजादी,
नारी का नारा
आजादी,
हम लेके रहेंगे
आजादी,
है प्यारा नारा
आजादी,
हिंसा से लेंगे
आजादी,
अन्याय से लेंगे
आजादी,
भुखमरी से लेंगे
आजादी,
गरीबी से लेंगे
आजादी,
फ्रॉम पेट्रियार्की
आजादी,
फ्रॉम ऑल हायरार्की
आजादी,
फ्रॉम रेप एंड प्लंडर
आजादी,
फ्रॉम न्यूक्लियर ब्लंडर
आजादी,
फ्रॉम मीडिया vultures
आजादी,
from monoculture
आजादी,
come say it loudly
आजादी,
we love it madly
आजादी,
for singing loudly
आजादी,
for dancing madly
आजादी,
for celebration
आजादी,
for self expression
आजादी,
हम लेके रहेंगे
आजादी,
आने जाने की हो
आजादी,
मन की कहने की हो
आजादी,
हंसने नाचने की हो
आजादी,
है प्यारा नारा
आजादी,
हम सबका नारा
आजादी।